All right, welcome back to 912 Sports. Thursday night with 912 Sports on a Monday night. We've been coming to you live on Monday nights anyway, and this week it really works out. Now with us on the show somewhat, but we think we have audio, is head coach Jeff Herron, the new head coach of the Camden County Wildcats. For his second time, he's becoming the new head coach of the Camden County Wildcats. Coach Herron, can you hear us?
Yes, sir, Kevin. I hear you fine.
Awesome. Well, Coach is in Tennessee getting ready for game number 2 with Tennessee Tech. They beat Austin Peay yesterday, coming down this way to take on Jacksonville State. This weekend's been a busy day for Coach Herron. Meetings, film, wrapping up game 1, looking at game 2, and getting to go ahead to be the Camden County head coach. So, Coach, I'm sure in your wildest dreams you never thought you would be preparing for a college football game and accepting the job as the Camden County Wildcats head coach once again. What's going through your mind when you think about that?
Well, it has been a whirlwind of a day, Kevin. You know, I had asked that it not be made public until today because I wanted to get through the game and, you know, not have any distractions myself or distract anybody else up here. So I was appreciative that we waited till today. But, you know, this is probably our busiest day of the week in terms of, you know, we're trying to watch film from the night, the night before, the day before actually, and then we're trying to prepare for the next opponent. So between meetings and film and all breaking down film and all that, you know, I still have, I think, about 80. Last count, I think 80-something text messages that I have not got to, and 19 voicemails I haven't got to. So
I can imagine.
Would appreciate, you know, anybody that's reached out to me today. I'm very thankful for that. But I would appreciate some patience and let us get ready for Jacksonville State a little bit, and then I'll try to answer all those things.
All right, Coach. Well, hey, we appreciate you dealing with us before tonight and talking to us beforehand, and, of course, giving us your time today with a whirlwind day going on. We do believe, and we have been told by Coach Herron, that he has not talked to any other media yet today. Been a busy day, of course, and we are the first interview he has done with anybody, any media outlet, since accepting the Camden County job, actually as early as late last week, and then it becoming official today. Well, Coach, just how excited are you? I know it's been a whirlwind day for you, but how excited are you to be the Camden County head football coach once again?
Well, I'm really excited about it, and you know, I wouldn't have done it if I wasn't going to be excited about it. And you know, I'm honored that they reached out to me, that they still wanted me. You know, I'm honored by that, and you know, I look at it as a huge challenge. And you know, but I heard Bear Bryant say one time, or I read it in his book actually. You know, when he came back to Alabama, that, you know, Mama called. And when Mama calls, you know, you got to answer. And, you know, Camden it was our home for any other place in my adult life, longer than any other place we've ever lived. You know, all of our kids went to high school there, you know, and it's always felt like home. And we always planned on coming back. I wasn't sure I would come back and coach. That part I didn't really think about much, but we did want to come back and live in that community. So it really is a blessing for me that we are getting to come back, and yet I'm getting to also do the thing that I love to do so much.
Well, that's awesome, Coach. And Coach only has 10 minutes with us, by the way. And we said, yes, sir, I'm going to pay attention to the clock. So we're going to do this fast with him tonight, but we hope to get some more time with him when he's a little more relaxed. I don't know when that will be because he's going to be on the go down in Kingsman here pretty soon too. But, Coach, you know the state of the Camden County football program. I don't know how much you wrestled with this decision or if it was just definitely automatic. But what is it that intrigued you about this job once again, other than some of the things you've already said, and finally made you say, I'm going to pull the trigger, I'm going to tell those guys yes?
Well, you know, first and foremost, I'm a football coach. I don't know anything else. And, you know, I've really enjoyed this year at Tennessee Tech. I've learned a lot. The coaches here are great and really has helped me in a lot of ways. But, you know, I missed being a head coach. I can't deny that. You know, when you're a head coach for 29 years and, you know, you're making the schedule, it's, you know, one thing. Then when you're following somebody else's schedule, it's a little different. But, you know, our head coach, Dwayne Alexander, is great. And again, I've enjoyed my time here. But I miss being a head coach. We've got 3 kids living there The fourth one we're going to disown if she doesn't move back, probably, to Camden. But, with the kids there, with all the friends that my wife has there, that I have there, the area, and the opportunity to come in and accept that challenge. I mean, it's exciting to me. And, I think Coach Spire's done a really good job. I think Coach Coffey did before that. And, a lot of things have changed, and it's not as easy as a job as it used to be, but I've never been one to shy away from a challenge. And, I really believe that I can come in there and build on what they've done and try to improve it.
And, Coach, let's talk about that. I'm not going to say when and where and how long, but I do understand at some point before taking this job, and I'm not talking about just last week, you did a thorough evaluation of the Camden County football program. I assume that means from the time the guys come out of the diapers and get the little football in their hands all the way to the 12th graders you had in the program, and maybe the fans and the parents. I don't know what all you evaluated, where you started at, where you finished at, but give us the state of Camden County Wildcat football right now as you see it.
Well, it's kind of I've got a unique perspective this year. We were in a dead period. Division I was in a dead period, and I couldn't attend any high school games. I mean, for the first time and since I was 6 years old, that I wasn't at a high school football game in the fall. And so I had an opportunity every Friday night that Camden was on, and they were on, a lot of Friday nights on the YouTube or their school channel. I watched them because, my son Major was there and Tyson's there, and, they were helping out. And so I would watch the games, and, I've got several guys that coach with me that are still on the staff that I talk to on a regular basis. So, again, I think Coach Spire has done a really good job. I think that, there's a lot of things about the program that are really good. And, the thing that, I guess my biggest challenge as I look at it is, I've always believed this, Kevin, there's a fine line between winning and losing. Every Friday night, it's like that. And, the biggest factor in that is just the kids believing that they're supposed to and believing that they can. And, I saw some, at times they would get behind and, they'd play great, they'd get behind, and all of a sudden it's like that confidence dropped. And, as a coach, that's not easy to fix, but again, the good news about that is this, I didn't do it by myself the first time, and I can't do it by myself this time. So, my charge is to get the community back excited, to get the kids believing again in themselves, and to get everybody pulling in the same direction. And, my first time there, we had that. We had everybody pulling in the same direction. And then once we got the kids believing, there was never a Friday night that we rolled out there that everybody in Chris Gilman Stadium, most time even the visitors, didn't know we were supposed to win. And, we just got to get to that point. And, again, there's no magic formula for it. You still got to work hard. You still got to do all the little things. But, I think that's a mental part of it, that you got to believe you can. And, I have to find a way to instill that confidence in them. And that starts in the weight room. It starts on the practice field. It starts in the classroom. And that, we want them to be winners in every way, on and off the field.
And, Coach, I can vouch for you watching the games. I remember talking to you 1 week, and it was actually the week of the Marietta game with Camden and Marietta down there at Chris Gilman Stadium. I was going to go to that game because I had an off week with some of my normal duties, but I told you I was going to buy the video streaming service again that I had dropped before football season because I wanted to watch a little game between Colquitt and Valdosta. And you said you were going to probably pay attention to that one too. So me and Coach Herron were on the same page that night. Coach, just 2 more questions for you. I can do it in 2 minutes if you can, or less. Depends on how long you want to go here with each answer. But, first of all, Coach Adam Carter, one of your dear friends, one of your former coaches, he's from the Herron tree, if you will, up there at Grayson. And, of course, they had a heck of a team this year, and he's going to be loaded for bear in the coming years. But he told me when he knew that you got hired or we're going to be hired that Camden's going to be in the mix right away. He's going to make an immediate impact, and Camden will be competing in Region 1 7A from the get-go. And he's not going to be surprised if it's within the year or 2 years that maybe you're even taking on his Grayson team for a state championship. Can you come in and get things turned around that quickly?
Well, it's easy for Adam to say sitting up there. But, I mean, Kevin, look, I don't mean to sound arrogant. I don't mean to sound, cocky.
We know you're not, so go ahead.
But, I wouldn't be taking the job if I didn't think we could do that. And,
Yes,
they were close this year. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, they certainly could have won the Lowndes game. They beat Tifton. And, I think they were close. They played very well in the playoff game on the road at Parkview. And, Coach Spire and I even talked about this. One of the keys at Camden County is having home playoff games. Mm-hmm. And because, if you make somebody from Atlanta travel all the way to Kingsland to play, it's a definite advantage for you. So, we've got to find a way. We've got to win in the region so that we can have a home playoff game. So, I know it's not going to be easy. And, but the good news is you got a lot of games to get ready for that region. And, by the time the region gets there, we're going to be a pretty good football team. We're going to make sure of that.
All right, Coach, and that's a great answer. Last question. These are the kind of little nuggets when you go down there and talk to Camden County people who knew you really well, and a guy who had a great relationship with you in the long run was Bruce Peavy. Of course, he did some radio. Of course, was the PA from what I remember most of your tenure there, and I remember that 2003 state championship game, talking to you guys on the field over there at Cleveland Field, Bazemore Hyder Stadium, whatever you want to call it after that game. I think some of you guys might have still been wearing shorts on a cold December night because you started that way in August. But he told me the first time he saw you, I think you pulled up to Camden County. This is when you took the job the last time back in 99, 2000, that you pulled up in your pickup truck over there somewhere around the stadium. And he saw in the glove box, I guess, if you will, in your driver's side door, you had two items that stood out to him. One was a Bible, and one was a book written by Nick Hyder, the great Valdosta coach. Do you still ride around with those two things in your truck every day?
Now, I've changed trucks a few times, but I still have those items in my possession. I will say that. And, I got a Bible laying here on my desk, and no question about that. And, I read a verse, and I won't quote it here, but, last week when I was really trying to make this decision, I read a verse that, not to worry, that the Lord was going to take care of things. And, so I kind of took that as a sign. And, I used to have a picture in my wallet that I had taken on the way back from Florida. I stopped by Valdosta High School and took my picture in front of the Valdosta High School sign, because, back then they were absolutely the number one team in the world, and everybody looked at them. And, I scheduled them and went down there to play. I wanted to experience, I wanted to see it. So, I know Coach Hyder did a great job running the program. He was such a man of character. And, I've tried to emulate guys like that through my career. So, Peavy's memory's not as good as it used to be. He's getting a little older there. But no, I may have to bring that back and put it back in there for sure.
All right, Coach. Well, listen, we did it. I hope we did it short enough for you. I know you got game film to watch, meetings to go to. I think we can get an amen from the congregation that Coach Herron, the Godfather, as I like to call him, is coming back to Kingsland to coach the Camden County Wildcats. Thank you, God, for exposing him to that verse. And, Coach, coach him up this week, and we'll talk here down the road soon, all right?
All right, Kevin. Always good to talk to you. Have a good evening.
Yes, sir. You too. Yes, sir. Legendary Camden County Wildcat coach Jeff Herron once again. Over 312 wins, 287 in the state of Georgia, and well over 100, I think 154 to be exact, at Camden County. And he's coming back looking for more, and we're looking forward to it too. So that was Kevin Price along with Jeff Herron. We'll be back more with Thursday night on 912 Sports on a Monday right after this.